हाय गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल विशुअल लाइव गेमिंग में आप सभी लोगों का स्वागत है। तो कैसे हैं आप लोग। तो आज हम ले आए हैं आपके लिए न्यू गेम जिसका नाम है एलन वॉक 2। फाइनली ये गेम लॉन्च हो चुकी है। सो एक्सपेंसिव है थोड़ी सी, लेकिन आप लोग खरीद सकते हैं। फ्री में भी कई जगह साइट्स पर आ चुकी है, लेकिन ये गेम मैं फर्स्ट टाइम खेल रहा हूँ। अब मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा कि एक्सपीरियंस कैसा होने वाला है। तो फटाफट गाइस इस गेम को हम स्टार्ट करते हैं, एलन वॉक 2 को। और एक बहुत ज़बरदस्त गेम है। अब ये फर्स्ट टाइम लॉन्च हुई है और मेरे को जहाँ तक सुनने में आया ये काफ़ी हॉरर गेम है। तो गाइस इसको कृपया करके जो अगर मजबूत दिल वाले हैं वही खेलें, और रात को खेलने वाले अवॉइड करें, क्योंकि इस गेम में बहुत ऐसी चीज़ें हैं जो कि डरावनी है, हॉरर टाइप की है। तो गाइस आज हम इस गेम को रात में खेलने जा रहे हैं। तो फर्स्ट टाइम मैं ऐसी कोई फर्स्ट गेम खेलने जा रहा हूँ जिसको मैं रात नाइट में खेलूँ। नाइट में मैं बहुत कम गेम्स खेलता हूँ, जैसे हॉरर गेम तो मैं वैसे खेलता ही नाइट में, लेकिन आज हम फर्स्ट टाइम एक हॉरर गेम खेलने जा रहे हैं, वो भी नाइट के अंदर। अब एक्सपीरियंस देखते हैं कैसा होने वाला। तो गाइस दिल थाम के बैठिए। तो आज हम एलन वॉक 2 खेलने जा रहे हैं। सो बहुत ज़बरदस्त गेम है। जिसने अभी तक हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं करा, उस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब बटन को प्रेस कर देना। लाइक एंड शेयर करना बिल्कुल ना भूलें गाइस। ऐसी न्यू अपडेट्स और न्यू गेम्स हमारे चैनल पर आती रहेंगी। तो चलिए गेम को स्टार्ट कर दिया जाए। देखो एनिमेशन देख रहे हैं कैसे आ रहा है बार बार। भाई साहब मेरे तो बहुत डर लग रहा है। तो गाइस अपने दिलों को संभाल के बैठना और अपने आप को कंट्रोल करें, तो क्योंकि गेम बहुत खतरनाक होने वाली है। मैं फर्स्ट टाइम खेलने जा रहा हूँ ऐसी कोई गेम। देख रहे हो एनिमेशन जैसे नाइट में चीज़ें हो रही हैं। चलो स्टार्ट करते हैं, आगे पता चलेगा क्या होने वाला है। लेट्स गो गाइस। नॉर्मल स्टोरी, नॉर्मल खेलेंगे भाई। लो भाई, तो गेम स्टार्ट होने वाला है। तो गाइस अपने दिल थाम के बैठिए और अपने दिलों को मजबूत कर लीजिएगा, क्योंकि ये बहुत ही खतरनाक एक हॉरर टाइप की गेम है। मैं फर्स्ट टाइम इस ऐसी कोई गेम खेलने जा रहा हूँ। पता नहीं एक्सपीरियंस कैसे होने वाला।
Back to the beginning.
हमारा
We
हीरो
all
आ चुका।
come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story.
बहुत ज़बरदस्त गेम है यार। ग्राफिक्स इतने ज़बरदस्त हैं इस गेम के, कुछ कहने की हद नहीं। देख रहे हो ग्राफिक्स गाइस, और साउंड इतना प्यारा आ रहा है, मज़ा ही अलग आ रहा
In a
है
horror
सुनने
story, there are only victims and monsters,
में। हॉरर स्टोरी
and the
लिखा है
trick
ना।
is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way.
तुमने बता दिया भाई हॉरर स्टोरी है, तो बच के रही।
This is not the story I hoped it would be.
कह रहा है कि स्टोरी नहीं
This is
है।
not the ending I wanted.
यस, कह रहा
This
है एंड।
story will eat us alive. This story is a monster.
मॉन्स्टर की स्टोरी है भाई।
And monsters wear many faces.
ग्राफिक्स देखो यार। भाई क्या ठीक होना है भाई। ये भाई, ये क्या सीन है भाई, ऐसे कपड़े बुकड़े का है। साला नंगा पंगा कैसे आ गया ये धरती पर। भाई जिसमें बिल्कुल कपड़े वपड़े नहीं है। स्टार्टिंग का सीन इतना खतरनाक ड्रामा सीन है। ओ भाई लाइट जली।
Can you hear me?
Come on in. We should go.
Where'd he gone?
चढ़े कहाँ से? यहाँ से यार ऊपर कोई तो है भाई, लाइट मार रहा भाई। स्टार्टिंग का इसमें भाई आवाज़ें आ रही तरह तरह की। ये भाई क्या सीन है भाई। ये भाई क्या सीन, हालत खराब हो रही है भाई। ये भाई वो बंदा कहाँ गया लाइट वाला भाई, बड़ा खतरनाक सीन है। आंखों के सामने भाई चीजें आ रही। ये तो भाई लगता सब कुछ, मुझे लग रहा है कहीं हमारे साथ ही। ये भाई इसको कपड़े वपड़े तो पहना दो ना भाई, दौड़ाने का इरादा है। ये भाई कितना ड्रामा सीन है भाई इस गेम में। ये भाई बड़े जबरदस्त खतरनाक सीन है कभी। भाई को कुछ डर सा लगने लग गया है कि स्टार्टिंग में ऐसी सीन भाई, चारों तरफ भूतों का पहरा है। भूत एकदम फेस के सामने ही आ रहे हो, बंदा तो वैसे ही डर जाएगा। इधर लाइट जल गई, लाइट तो आगे भी जल रही। ये कौन? ये कौन है? ये भाई तो डरा रहे। स्टार्टिंग में फिर गेम है क्या? ये तो उसको पेल के चलेगा। क्या सीन है भाई स्टार्टिंग की। भाई फुल ड्रामनी गेम है यार ये, बंदे के पूरे की। लेकिन भाई पूरी फट के चार हो जाएगी। बड़ी खतरनाक गेम है भाई। बहुत खतरनाक
Hey,
गेम है भाई।
kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right.
भाई
Well,
बड़े
Dad and I are
खतरनाक
just
लोग हैं
watching the
जंगल के
latest
अंदर।
episode of Night Springs
उसको
here.
बेचारे
Mom,
को
it's
पेल दिए
so good.
बिना
No
किसी।
spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo.
भाई अब सर्वे करने जा रहे हैं जहाँ पर मर्डर हुआ है।
Logan thinks you should try cheering
ये
up.
फुल हॉरर स्टोरी गेम है।
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
ड्रामनी तो है भाई, फुल ड्रामनी। बंदे की हालत खराब हो जाएगी। वो तो वैसे भी खेल रहा है पूरा।
It can't be a coincidence
पूछो
that
भाई
another
क्या
body
है।
turns up just as we arrive in town.
इस गेम को
Feels like
रात
the
को
killer's
ना
leaving
खेले
us a
आप
message.
लोग, तो आपके लिए सही रहेगा।
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
ये FIB एजेंट्स हैं, आप वहाँ जा रहे हैं जांच करने मर्डर।
Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up.
मार
Here we
के
are.
भाग गए।
Cauldron Lake.
अब ये पता लगाएंगे
get to
भाई क्या
work.
सीन था।
A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
इनविटेशन
You're the one who wants.
Quit your belly aching, Thornton. I'm up here now.
क्या है?
Just how the cookie crumbles. Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell them I'm here, waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
साला जाने नहीं दे रहा है। FIB एजेंट है भाई ये।
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
नीचे जाना। क्राइम सीन की साइड जा
I
रहे
need to
हैं।
think through the facts of the case. The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To
भाई
sift
ये
through
अलग
clues and work the
व्यूज
case.
से देख रहे हैं गेम को।
Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
किलर की प्रोफाइल है जिसने मारा। भाई खोल दिया बेचारे को। विक्टिम में 3 बंदे हैं, तीनों विक्टिम हैं।
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
क्राइम सीन भी चलो भाई सीधा।
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want
FIB
to slow you
एजेंट्स
down.
सभी
Are you thinking of
का
retiring?
रेस्क्यू करेंगे।
You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
ये अंदर 10 के वो चल रहा है भाई। ब्लीच होगा ना। ये यार ये
Stairs are
क्या?
out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
ये ब्लीच क्यों हो रहा बताए?
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
ग्राफिक्स का ग्लिच है कोई, जिसकी वजह से अंदर धस के चल रहे हैं जमीन पे। बाकी पता नहीं भाई कितना दूर है यार। आ
Not a
रहे हैं।
bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put
बारिश
up a
स्टार्ट
tarp?
हो गई।
If they did, next coffee's on me.
बारिश आ रही है। तो भाई कितना यार
How much clearer can I make it, Mulligan?
मेरा आगे लोकेशन पर।
Hey!
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
हमें बॉडी दिखाने ले जा रहा है।
FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
Those are real? You guys hiring?
बॉडी उठा के कहीं और
Let's
रख के आ
just
गया
see
है।
this body, shall we?
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table.
बॉडी भाई
Now, he didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
कितना बुरी तरीके से
Step
फैला।
1. Examine the corpse. Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic. Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Investigation crime scene.
The killer left the heart right next to the body. Inside stab wound, chest cut open, heart removed. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. Ugh. Doesn't make sense. Think, Saga.
लगेगा। Okay.
Heart
File
removed from
complete.
chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Investigate crime scene and learn about victim, learn about killer.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers? Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera? Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting.
तार जुड़ेंगे।
Footprints indicating multiple killers. Quite the party.
यहाँ से हम आए हैं तो मैप शो तो नहीं हो रहा भाई।
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state.
Victim
But
को
yeah, I
पकड़ो।
ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago, 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
मैं विक्टिम मिल गया हमारे को।
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago. They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now?
विक्टिम कैप
Profiling. Get into the subject's head.
भाई बड़ी
See what
खतरनाक
they
गेम
saw.
है ये।
Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a
समझना
revelation.
बहुत मुश्किल है ये।
Piece it together.
Investigate crime scene and profile of victim. Why missing?
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
ये क्या थी? ये
Up
मतलब
from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too.
ये
You
भाई
are not allowed in the lake until he says
अलग अलग
otherwise.
करेक्टरों में जाकर
Robert
देख
Nightingale came
सकती
from the
है
lake
पीछे जाकर,
before his murder.
जिसके पास नेचुरल पावर है क्या?
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch. It goes click. Lights are off.
बड़ी खतरनाक चीज है भाई।
Somebody's home.
इसको
This
हर
wasn't
एक चीज
some
पता
random
चली
act
रहती
of violence. This was a ritual. And
इसको
Nightingale a component.
एक
They didn't see him as a
पावर है
person,
जो कि इसको हर एक चीज
more like
एक्सप्लेन
a
कर रही है।
container for something.
इसको भी तार जुड़ गया।
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
इसको कोई पावर है जो कि इसको सब कुछ बता रही है। ये ठीक है।
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise. Up from the lake that's not a...
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Okay, well, I'll just wait here.
अभी लेक के पास जा रहे हैं।
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
इस
I think
लड़की
Nightingale
को
came up
पावर
from
है
that direction.
उसके पास जो कि इसको
From
पता
the
चल
lake.
जाता।
Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you
मुझे
put
पता
together
नहीं
so
कौन सा
far.
ग्लिच हो रहा है।
Sure. It's not that complicated.
अलग ग्लिच दिखा रहा है।
Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night,
The graphics
possibly
are-
nude. The killers knew he was here,
यहाँ
ambushed
पे
him,
कुछ है।
dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Lots
अभी
of
लेक के पास
questions.
जा रहे हैं,
Lots of answers for us to find.
शायद इनको कुछ नो मिल जाए।
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more. It is kind of creepy, though. There's a piece of paper on the ground. Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
Makes no sense.
कुछ मिला है इसको मैडम?
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a
एफआईडी
pen.
का खेल नहीं है भाई,
Like a
तो मिला है।
manuscript. Page of a
यहाँ
story.
पे भूतों का चलता है काम।
Killer left a message.
फुल हॉरर गेम।
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading the words. These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us. I should profile Nightingale about this page.
भाई गेम अलग ही दिशा में जा रही है।
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
कि इसके तार जुड़ते ही जा रहे हैं।
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page. This page, the first page that they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths. Secret truths trembling beyond the threshold. Reading the words, these words, felt like a message. Was a message. Someone knew they were here. What they were doing. Someone playing a game with them. Leading them on. An invitation. How could they not accept? The sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them. Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
तो लिया भाई।
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's
इसको
role
हर
in
एक चीज
this?
पता चल रही है।
Carry his words close to my chest
लड़की के
now.
साथ कुछ ना कुछ कहानी तो है भाई।
Inside.
मुझे हर एक बात पता चल रही है।
You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
कुछ ना कुछ तो कहानी में झोल है। कहानियों के
Down to all
तार
I can
जुड़ते ही
here.
जा रहे हैं।
Time to properly examine the body.
इस
See what I can
मर्डर
find
की
inside.
इन्वेस्टिगेशन करेंगे। अब इन्हें पता नहीं कुछ मिलेगा या नहीं, आई डोंट नो।
Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
यहाँ तो और कुछ नहीं है।
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative to do
नहीं
what?
क्या glitch हो रहा है यार, ये
Entertain some fantasy?
ग्राफिक में शायद
Projecting
लगता
their
कुछ glitch।
desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control.
Hey,
Deciding
you made it
what
back.
happens to who.
Good.
Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the Bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a
इनको body
key
चाहिए
to the
examination के
gate.
लिए।
It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
हमें body दे दो।
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the Bookers.
At the
अब
diner,
witnesses
right?
से बात
I could use a cup of coffee.
जो
Let's
कि
try that
witness
shortcut the
मिले।
deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
कुछ ना कुछ कहानी में झोल है। तो इसमें ग्लिच होने की वजह से रास्ते में समझ आ रहे हैं। अब हमारे को इन बंदों से पूछताछ करनी है जो कि विक्टिम्स से मिले हैं, जिन्होंने खबर
Can't
दी।
fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod? For a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
आओ जी, आप आगे चलो, हम पीछे रहें। कहाँ लेके जा रहे हैं? गाड़ी के पास।
Here we are.
आगे।
Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
चल भाई गाड़ी चलाने का समय आ गया है।
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches
इन्वेस्टिगेशन
were
तो हो
moving
गई,
fast.
लेकिन अभी हमें विक्टिम से बात करना रह गया।
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home.
ओहो सिटी आ गई।
Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town.
ग्राफिक्स में कुछ दिक्कत लग रही है, पता नहीं क्यों। एक सेकेंड, ऑप्शंस, वन ट्यूटोरियल, भाई सारी तो बजटिंग सेटिंग, ग्राफिक्स तो ओके है, पर हम और हाई कर देते हैं। शैडो रेजोल्यूशन, speak name to subtitles, subtitle in background। और क्या है, सेटिंग देख लेते हैं ना, बाकी ठीक है। श्योर, थोड़ी सेटिंग चेंज हो गई।
The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
लैग होने लग गई है तो
I smell coffee.
रुको, जरा कैंसिल करना पड़ेगा। अटक क्यों नहीं लग गई? सेटिंग करते वक्त ग्लिच हो गया। पर ये क्यों शो होने लग
I
गया?
can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town.
ग्राफिक्स में ग्लिच है भाई. समझ नहीं आ रहा कि अब आया ना फुल स्क्रीन. Voicing eliminate the screen, crashing the game, the frame rate, display refresh rate, and horizon prime to screen being to sync with each other. See horizon will blink in the full screen display to supply this window mode. अब थोड़ा बहुत glitch
The
ठीक है.
diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Hey there.
क्या सीखना है यहाँ पे?
Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie? Don't know, don't care. How much have you had? Not enough. That's how much. Never enough coffee. Oh, rich, bittersweet nectar. Get it in coffee world.
Not to toot my own horn, but I am pretty darn sure my
यहाँ कुछ ना कुछ तो झोल है भाई.
Oh
will be
dear.
the belle of the ball at this year's Beer
Cute.
Fest. Just a few more days. It's a nice looking float to share. This is my first Beer Fest, so I don't.
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Sheriff.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as
चलो
murder
फिर
type,
अभी
but
के लिए हम यही तब
you can decide for yourselves.
छोड़ते हैं.
We're just inside.
आगे की
Coffee and pie to
कंटिन्यू
calm your
हम बाद
nerves.
में करेंगे
I'll see what they have to
guys.
say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take
ये
your
गेम
time.
बहुत बढ़िया है और अभी तो स्टार्टिंग है.
We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Cauldron Lake was fenced off.
Let me guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just
Yeah, that's exactly right.
अंदर क्या है?
You can go ahead, Anderson. We'll be here.
Hello.
Can't believe that.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scrape into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay?
रुक जा भाई, अभी भी कुछ कमी है। रेडर रेजोल्यूशन क्वालिटी इसी पे आएगी। The control resolution world you can independent display resolution, increase resolution, display resolution will quality, sharp and lower performance, balanced DLA.
What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan
Investigation
Wake, who went missing
starting.
here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless
लेक के
skinny
पास
dipping at
देखा
dawn
था।
is a thing around here.
अब
Then we heard
देखेंगे
shooting.
सच कितना बता।
We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found out. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
कुछ ना कुछ तो छुपा रहे हैं ये। चलो हम बाकी के बाद में कंटिन्यू करेंगे गाइस, तब तक के लिए बाय बाय, टेक केयर। एंड जब हमें समय मिलेगा तो हम बाकी की स्टोरी बाद में कंटिन्यू करते हैं, तब तक के लिए बाय बाय गाइस।